Hello, I'm Ray Sowards, and I'm an elder law attorney here in Silicon Valley. With me today is Linda Salazar, and she is a medi-cal specialist. The title of our series today is Are Your Ducks in a Row? To the older generation, we all know what that means, but that hasn't necessarily transferred down to our children or our grandchildren. So for their purposes, it means, when we say are your ducks in a row, it simply means are all your affairs in proper order. This presentation is primarily for the elderly in our community as well as their children. You know, we as parents work all of our lives to plan to the best of our abilities our estates. Some of us as individuals create wills, some create living trusts, some use other entities for their needs depending on their financial situation. These things are just fine if everything works out as planned. However, in life, you've heard the term, all the best plans by mice and men sometimes just don't work out. Sometimes, even though you believe that you've done all that's necessary for your estate plannings, and maybe you have, if everything works out on schedule, but seldom is that the case, or is it a reality? There's things that interfere with our estate planning, and typically we call it catastrophic illness, such as a stroke or other maladies that can visit the body. If something like this were to happen to you, do you think your will or your living trust is going to protect your assets? Well, the short answer is no to that question. My effort today is to make you realize that your assets might be at risk without you even realizing it. If illness strikes unexpectedly and you had to go to a skilled nursing facility, the question always arises as to how will this be paid for? Well, one can pay the cost out of their own pocket. That is called private pay. Some have what we call long-term care insurance, and it can be paid for that way. And some have no assets at all, and that's where medi-cal can come in if you can qualify for it and pay for it that way. Now, one thing that I would like to say, and people are often shocked when they hear this, the average cost, monthly cost, for a skilled nursing facility is between $7,500 per month to $8,500 per month here in the Bay Area. Well, that's just shocking. And I have to tell you that very few of my clients have the resources to pay these monthly ongoing expenses. Well, now people, when they hear these things, they're scared. They're literally afraid that the plan that they have set up, whether it be by will or whether it be living trust, that they're not going to be able to leave an inheritance to their children, that they might lose all of their assets, including the family home. You know, this could be absolutely correct unless preventive action is taken. There are answers to these questions. Now, medi-cal is another form of asset protection that is not provided for, will or a living trust.